is so funny because we were just talking about how this feminine is trying to learn how to make healthier choices for themselves. So this is definitely their energy. They are trying to find their individuality by laying out a plan that they feel is best for them at this time. Okay, we're doing a twin flame energy check-in. So we'll check in on both the divine masculine and divine feminine at this time. We'll get 3 cards for each. Just take a look at their energies, see where they are at this time, and we'll do a bit of a deep dive. We'll get additional energies. We'll also close off with, of course, oracle guidance. So I would like to start with the divine masculine. So we're going to get 3 cards for the divine masculine. Okay. Divine masculine, what is your energy? What are your thoughts at this time? So divine masculine thoughts at this time, we have the 7 of Swords. What about their feelings at this time? We have the Sun for their feelings at this time. Okay. And what about intentions or actions? Intentions or actions. We have the Emperor energy. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so let's clarify. Let's take a look at their thoughts to start. Okay, divine masculine's thoughts with the 7 of Swords. Okay, we've got the 9 of Wands in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles, when it comes to their thoughts, I'll be honest, I feel like the divine masculine is trying to distract themselves. They're doing everything that they can to not think, probably about the connection, about the divine feminine. It feels like they're trying to distract themselves with maybe work or anything that's occupying their mind. But with the 7 of Swords, that's just kind of telling us, right, that, you know, they're not exactly being honest about, you know, how they're feeling, what their thoughts are. Justice in reverse is just telling me this isn't the way to go about it. All they're really doing is just pushing something away. And it's like, you know how when you get hurt and you have a wound, when you don't really heal the source of the wound, all you're really doing is just putting a band-aid to cover up, and then it just festers inside, right? So I'm kind of getting the feeling like that's the energy that this divine masculine is in when it comes to their thoughts. But of course, we're going to clarify further. Let's see what else we need to know about divine masculine's thoughts. Yeah, I mean, it is a bit of self-sabotage. If you're gonna ask me, it is a bit of self-sabotage. They could be feeling like they're not enough. They could be thinking they're not enough, and maybe that's why they're so concentrated on work, because in some ways, to concentrate on their career, their work, their business, whatever it is, it helps bring them abundance, and that in turn then helps them maybe feel better, right? Yeah, so I kind of feel like with the meeting and talking, they could probably be talking to different people. They could just be trying to surround themselves with people. Again, distraction is what I'm getting from it, but that's what they could potentially be thinking at this time. Let's get a card for guidance when it comes to their thoughts. What is the guidance for their thoughts, at least for their thoughts? Let's just get one card. Okay, for their thoughts, it says divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others, to follow the Tao, the divine flow, at all costs. Honestly, it comes off to me as you need to think the thoughts that you have, and you can't distract yourself from it forever. So it just feels like how you truly feel, what you truly desire, what you're really thinking, you've got to let it flow. When you let it flow, it comes in. Okay. Okay, so Let's take a look at Divine Masculine's feelings. They do have the sun in their energy, so maybe something positive there. There could be happiness there. There could be happiness there. Yeah. Oh, but then it goes back to the Seven of Swords. Okay. Divine Masculine at this time is not really living, honestly, to be honest here. They're not living their truth. Not that they're faking being nice, being happy or anything like that. I think they're trying to do their best to feel happy. They're trying to do their best to do things that make them feel happy. But at the core, at the root of it is, again, the Seven of Swords, which tells me, again, that it's a distraction. It's not the real source of happiness that they want to have. They're happy in aspects where they are knowing that they should be happy, that they need to be happy, but they're not inherently happy. Does that make sense? But again, we'll get clarification here. What else should we know about their feelings? Because look at that. Truly, this masculine is heartbroken. They're deeply hurt and sad. They're feeling lost. Okay. Either they're out there doing things to fill the void, or they're thinking that they should. But either way, this is another way of them, for them to feel a temporary kind of happiness. Love. This is how they really feel. And again, it's towards the feminine. That's how they really feel. But since they can't have the connection, since they can't be with the feminine, they need to do things to kind of band-aid the situation, right? So that's what I'm really getting for their feelings. But let's get guidance for their feelings, how they can maybe work on this, reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. So they need to realize everything that's happening to them is just the way that it needs to happen for them to kind of learn the lessons and eventually discover the reason and the purpose for this journey. But there's difficulty here at this time for this masculine. Let's take a look at their intentions or actions, okay? We have the Emperor, okay? That's them. That's their energy, that's them. What about the Emperor is their intention or action? So we've got the Nine of Pentacles, okay. Oh man, okay, you know what, that's not a good energy. And look, Emperor's at the bottom of the deck. This is an Emperor that is going to do everything that they can to band-aid the situation. So for now, this is what we're dealing with when it comes to the masculine. The masculine here, their intention and their action is going to be to continue to indulge maybe in one-night stands or affairs or anything that will make them feel better. Definitely. They're going to just try to enjoy the company of maybe multiple people to make themselves feel better. Because the one true connection they want, they can't have. And so they're just going to kind of indulge in this energy. Not the greatest energy to be in, and not the healthiest as well. Guys, stay safe. If you're this masculine, please stay safe. That's not the healthiest thing to be doing, especially after COVID. But again, you guys live your lives. You guys have your final say in it. I'm just here to guide. Let's take a further look into this energy that they're showing us. Yeah, they're running away. They're running away from their problems, you know. Obviously, as these kinds of connections, it doesn't really provide the opportunity for intimacy, which I think they're running away from as well. Again, mask, Seven of Swords twice. They're hiding how they truly feel. And honestly, they may think that they're getting one over the feminine if that's what they're thinking, but they're only getting one over themselves. They're only really fooling themselves here. So yeah, this is just confirmation. They're out there, they're meeting people, they're probably going on dates and things like that. So that's where their intentions and actions are really at this time. And I am sorry if this is what is coming out for you guys and if you're hurt by it. But again, this is the check-in that we need to have to see where the masculine is. At least you're informed, okay? What is the guidance for the masculine when it comes to their intentions and actions? Oof, a lot of cards wanted to come out. We just need one card. Here we go. Okay, one card. Deepening. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. So it's just kind of telling me, you know, this masculine, it's so funny because at the bottom of the deck is surrender. So, you know what? They're not allowing themselves to surrender to the connection. And that's why they're finding themselves in the predicament that they're in now. If they would only trust the journey, which is easy to say, hard to do, if they would allow for what naturally can happen to happen, it would be very different. But this is the encouragement that the universe has for the masculine at this time. So I'm going to, you know what, we're going to continue. We'll just go over here. I'd like to now get the energy for the feminine. Okay, let's get the feminine's thoughts at this time. The feminine, 9 of Cups, nice energy for the feminine. Okay, what about their feelings at this time for the feminine? Wow, for the feelings, they have the Queen of Cups in reverse and they have the 10 of Cups. Interesting. And for their intentions and actions, what is the feminine's intentions and actions at this time? 3 of Cups. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. Interesting. Let us check in on the feminine's thoughts. Now, they have the 9 of Cups energy, which is really quite nice, but let's see, of course, what exactly that is. Temperance in reverse, okay. We have the 3 of Wands in reverse, all right. Oof, we have the 2 of Cups in reverse with the 10 of Swords with the 10 of Swords. You know what this energy is telling me? Actually, it's not that bad. For the feminine, I think they know that their happiness is going to take some time to come in. And I think they're okay with that. I think they know that they just need to deal with the situation that they're in. They know that it's a painful ending here for their connection with the masculine. It feels like to the feminine, they know that this has ended. It hasn't truly, as you all know, if you're familiar with twin flames, but I think probably just the general energy of kind of needing to accept that whatever they were wanting with this connection either needs time, or maybe it's just not going to get to the point where there could be a possibility. But again, let's clarify. So we have old school. There's a lot of thinking going on here for the feminine. They're making healthier choices here, and they're thinking about the choices, the healthy choices they want to make for themselves. So they could be thinking about the past and, you know, the things that have happened in their connection with the masculine. And from there, they're trying to gain the clarity they need to be able to make healthier choices for themselves. So they're actively thinking about what they can do to make their life healthier and better. Okay. Let's get some guidance for their thoughts, the feminine's thoughts. What's the guidance? Okay, we've got 1 card, and we've got individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this Earth school. That is so funny, because we were just talking about how this feminine is trying to learn how to make healthier choices for themselves. So this is definitely their energy. They are trying to find their individuality by laying out a plan that they feel is best for them at this time. Okay, let's look at their feelings. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse with the 10 of Cups. So what is the feminine's feelings at this time? Let's take a look. You know what? They could have been so stuck in the idea of a new beginning in love with the masculine that now they've gotten to the point where they know that that's probably not going to happen. Okay. Now they know, and they're kind of now detached. Emotionally, they're detached from that idea, I guess. Now it's 10 of Cups is more of, you know what, I'm just going to try to be happy for myself, try to find my own happiness, try to go towards new opportunities that will bring me my happiness. Okay, so they are a bit detached from the idea of being emotionally invested in the connection, but they're trying to find a way to be happy on their own, maybe. Okay, but let's dig deeper for the feminine's feelings. Yeah, look at that. Blowing kiss, unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection, return. This is what the feminine is seeking now. When it comes to their emotions, they know that it should be reciprocated, and they need to find the happiness, the person even that can give them unconditional love, that they can give to and receive from. Okay, what else? What else for their feelings? We have Phoenix, we have new phase, rekindle, renew, growth, changed mind. Yeah, definitely. Definitely they've changed their perspective here. They've changed the way that they're looking at the situation. This in turn is going to help them to also determine what they deserve when it comes to their feelings, honestly. Addiction. Yeah, you know, I feel like they overcame this addiction. They could have been so obsessed about the connection with the masculine, but now I guess they acknowledge this emotional block that they have, but it seems willing, and it seems like it's actually, you know, it's gonna be a good thing for them, because this is how they will potentially be able to have the chance at happiness for themselves. But let's get some guidance for their feelings, for the feminine's feelings. What's the guidance? Receiving. Interesting. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. And so the feminine is being encouraged to keep going at what they're doing, because they're choosing themselves, and this is letting them receive what is meant for them, right? They're trusting themselves. They know what they need to be doing. And when it comes to their emotions, they know that maybe they need to emotionally detach from the connection so that they can pursue opportunities that can bring them happiness. They're opening themselves up to receive. Okay. Now, I know that when it comes to twin flame journeys, for some, it's really a debate. For some, the goal is to be in union. For some, it is about higher self, you know, ascension. And then that could potentially lead to the union. I myself kind of go for the latter rather than the former, just because the strength of a potential union depends on the strength of the individuals in their ascension. Okay, so just to give a little more clarity to that. Okay, now we have the Three of Cups for their intentions and actions. So let me see. This was also under the masculine's energy, but let's see in what way this is for the feminine. Okay, it's really kind of saying here, for now at least, the idea of coming together with the masculine is not something that they're really hoping for or even seeing possible. It feels like they're trying to plan around that. It's like they're inspired to go towards something new. Maybe they want to date other people too. Maybe they want to enjoy other people's company. Maybe they would just want to be single and with friends. But there's something definitely about how they're inspired to enjoy the company of others. That's what I'm strongly getting from this. But again, let's clarify. Let's dig a little deeper. Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation. Struck by love. I feel like the feminine is open to new love, if I'm going to be honest. Okay. We were cut off for a bit there. Sorry about that. But the last thing that we were saying here was definitely the feminine is wanting to enjoy the company of others. With the Cupid's arrow, potentially open to new love. And intention and action with the shock card here just kind of tells me something may unexpectedly happen that they weren't thinking could. There might be some kind of chance to actually rebuild something. Now, I don't know if this is with the masculine because it does not seem to be fitting the energies. This could even be a reunion with someone else that they were in a connection with that's going to unexpectedly come back in, and there might be some kind of surprise there. So that's something else to consider. Let's take a look at the guidance for their intentions and actions. Divine abundance. You were born to align with love's will, follow the Tao, and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. I kind of feel like the feminine should be open to receiving. They may actually encounter an abundance they weren't expecting. It might be an entirely new connection, to be honest. But the whole point of this is that the feminine needs to be more open to receive what is meant to come in for them, whether that's the masculine or someone else. And so that's kind of what I have for their guidance when it comes to intentions and actions. So this is what we have at this time for the twin flame journey, and I will be doing separate divine masculine and divine feminine energy check-ins in about a day or two.